ife nri mere Igbo dị ụzọ iri na ịbụọ. He gave ndị Igbo the pride dị na ha nwere ọchịchị. Number 2 wụ Igbo Lunar Calendar.
Okay, so there's no civilization in Nigeria today that has an indigenous calendar.
I have not heard about that. Onye ka eji awụ every mid-February eze nri ekwuo na arọ ndị Igbo ebidogo.
So the establishment of monotheism, a theocratic system that emphasizes one God.
One God. Ofuchukwu. Ma iji violence wee gbu mmadụ. Ya obodogo no mistake ka ime. Ya agba ọsọ ọchụ.
Ọbọzi nke egbu ekwere ike.
The concept of all kind and merciful God, not a wicked God that will demand the life of people in sacrifice. Yeah. In over 1,000 years, they never engage in any war with anybody. Makana gụrụ akwụkwọ. Yanwa command Aba Women Riot. Mana ọsọsọ osisi ka ọ na-eji. Mewa ya arụ n'isi. Onwe one man in our history na-akpọ Okorie Ijeoma of ndị Ikeri ọnwụ, an Aro Slave Raider. Na Okorie Ijeoma bidoro journey ya from ndị Ikeri ọnwụ. Ebe ha jije Nnewi maka na ndị Aro nọ na Nnewi already. Eze nri enwere na nke mbụ zigalụ onye na-ejeri ya ozi. Wesi na eze nri si na ịnọkata si n'ebe a pụọ ihe hụrụ gị were.
Aro communities are also all over Igboland, as Nri is all over Igboland.
Founding of Aro created a problem for the Nri movement in Igboland.
This is Nri Igbo Viva, the digital global community for Igbo heritage. I am Aka Chukwuemeka Onyesoh, your host. For the 2,500 viewers have visited this community and 5,551 have subscribed. Thank you. Your participation has, in under 1 year, made Nri Igbo Viva a fully monetized YouTube program partner. Thank you. Now, the game is on. To build Nri Igbo Viva into a truly historic and global channel for Nri Igbo, I invite you to hit the like button and let us get to 10,000 subscribers. Once you have subscribed, please join and become a paying member of Nri Igbo Viva channel community. Together, let us make Nri Igbo Viva the digital palace for the global Igbo spirit. Together, let us build the great Igbo heritage project. In today's video, I bring you the 12 legacies of the Nri Dynasty that formed the solid ethical and spiritual foundation of the Igbo society. Prince Chukwuemeka Onyesoh, Oba Agbalanze of Nri, is our guest. You will hear from him that since 900 AD, thousands of years before Igbo contact with Christianity and Europe, Ndi Igbo worshipped the one true God and used a lunar calendar to count our years, weeks, and days. Enjoy. And don't forget to comment and subscribe as we welcome Agbalanze of Nri, Prince Chukwuemeka Onyesoh.
So, ife nri mere Igbo dị ụzọ iri na ịbụọ.
Ụzọ iri na ịbụọ.
Iri ịbụọ, the last of which is the fact na he gave ndị Igbo the pride dị na ha nwere ọchịchị gbasara Igbo niile tupu ndị ọcha abịa.
Okay, iji wee nye aka ka ndị na-ege anyị ntị wee ghọta ife ọfụma.
Yes.
Ịma kịta ịkụrụ okwu mkpịsị n'isi.
Yes.
Na ihe ndị mere Igbo dị ụzọ iri
na ịbụọ.
Ọ ga amakwa mma ọ bụgodị na ị ga na-edenye anya n'akwụkwọ wee na-remind onwe gị.
Yes. Ihe our summaries.
Yes.
Nke mbụ the Igbo market days, Eke, Oye, Afọ, and Nkwọ.
Okay.
The nya afia na anọ Igbo n'azụ. Nri.
So Nri invented the Igbo calendar.
Yes. The 4 market days from which you now have the year.
Okay.
Number 2, Igbo Lunar Calendar.
Igbo Lunar Calendar.
Yes, okay. Based on the movement of the moon.
Of the moon. Okay.
Civilization Sumwelu calendar na Nigeria. Weruga nke ndị Arab, ndị Sokoto wete. Another maka calendar ndị ọzọ.
Okay, so there's no civilization in Nigeria today that has an indigenous calendar.
I have not heard about that.
They've not
The
presented
one in Benin and the Gala. Ije go the names. Oh, my very short section. If one of the names is similar to our Nkwo Eke Oyeafo, which
so
means they borrowed
from us.
And two, ebe a compile kingdoms. Benin, for example, was 11 something AD.
Okay.
I want to be doing 900.
900 AD. Okay.
So, mara revu ne auzo amuta di okpala. Owi wa won ko odukwa na Gala.
Yeah.
Anyị na Gala nwanne. Maka the oral legend go anyị na no Oboli. Oboli was the last wife of Eri Mutalo. Onyesoh we je found Gala.
Gala, okay.
Onya relationship anyị na.
Okay.
And how maku.
Yes.
Mana abịazịa ndị a nwere ike ime research like a lot of ndị Nsụka. Even without reading, going into this, I see now they Gala. What I say now, I see Bini. On the Igbo pulu eritoge. Bechezie mbu semoku dulu vana kingdom Benin. Vana taba. Oya bataije gwete anakiti no onicha Ugbo, onicha Olona, onicha this until finally Chima duze ndiva the cross anaja webia set onicha up 1750 AD.
1750 AD.
AD. That's when Onisha started. If not a recent.
So it's a reverse migration.
Yes. Iota. If Ejimano Rika won, na be Obomudia, on the Igbo, always Ogu, during his research, encountered Ndi Burichi, nobody, and I in Wichi. So, we talked about the Aro. Maka Aro, well, Aro say, Nabai, there is a deity. So the
wait, you talk about Aro.
Aro.
That is a year.
A year of Aro.
Okay, year of Aro.
Yes.
There's a deity.
That
guided the determination of the lunar direction.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So every mid-February is in Aro ndị Igbo ebidogo.
Okay, so the Henry proclaims the beginning of the Igbo year.
Of course.
And it's somewhere in the middle of February.
Somewhere in the middle of February.
Okay.
By watching
stargazers,
watching the moon, Mwoji Pota, and Mwoji Ana. Okay. Then you have the agriculture, Ifejoku, the yam cult and other food crops. In where title taking. Ichi ozo, Ichi eze.
Okay.
Then in where Pacifist Traditional worship in a monotheistic system which forbids
killing of human beings.
Killing of human and various other things, violence.
So the establishment of monotheism.
Yes.
That is a theocratic system that emphasizes one God.
One God.
Ofuchukwu.
Ofuchukwu. Yes,
and all the so you clarifying this that all the other gods are just mediums.
Yes. Intermediaries. Yes.
Different types of intermediaries.
Yes.
Expressing one form of manifestation of nature or the other.
Yes.
To appreciate access to
Chukwu, God, the Almighty.
The Almighty.
Now, the concept of sanctity of human life and respect for the dignity of the human person.
The sanctity of human life.
Yes. Sanctity. Nanso. Imbatu mmadu aka. Iji violence we bu mmadu. Nuku. Alo. Onye obudugo no mistake kime. Ya agba ọsọ ọchụ. N'ọlụ n'afọ ọsọ ọchụ ahụ ọ na-elukwa ohu arọ. Ụfọdụ ọra na-abụ ma ịtọ ma ịnọ. Ewe gbawa afa chọọ ife ihe eme. That's an Igbo by accident.
By accident, yes. Ọ bụzi nke egbu ekwere ike.
Iwe bịa wee jekwa ụgwọ ọchụ. Nuchielu ndị Igbo mmadụ nwaanyị. Owe mutie onye Igbo ọka ọdụgbo a ga-eme ndị dị erike. Then bịa to unification of Igboland under hegemony by spreading this new order all over Igboland and beyond.
Okay, giving the Igbo people a sense of oneness.
Yes.
One community. One nation.
Yes. Which he extended up to Benin. The Portuguese recorded they Nri Priest na-eje Benin je canonizer onye yawo eze Benin tupu ochie.
I even heard that it went past the Benue River.
Yes, to Igala.
To Igala.
Igala land, you know. Then you have the concept of all kind and merciful God.
Okay, concept of all kind
Yes.
and merciful God.
Not a wicked God that will demand the life of people in sacrifice
Yes.
and the rest of it. Unified age grade system for community development. Democratized monarchical system of governance.
Describe going to a unified age grade system in Igbo.
Na be anyị ara ịtọ ka eji atọ mmadụ n'ọgbọ unu awụrụ grupu nke unu onwe ibe anyị alụ n'obodo amalụ ndị ike dị ọgbọ anyị asị na na ọgbọ a eje lụọ ya ọwụ na ọlụ họl akụ ekwe agwa ọgbọ dị iche iche ya emie ọwụrụ ụzọ ka anyị awa ndị age grade ndị ike dị ndị na-achị achị wụ from the older people and nke anwa the order dị na ya na ị ga-echiriri ọzọ a democratic theocracy protected by religious sanctions and preserved by cleansing whenever such sanctions are violated.
Okay, so a kind of theocracy
Yes.
that is democratic,
Yes.
and protected by religious that make sure that when there is
A violation,
there's
there's a
a
penance.
penance and there's
Yes.
a correction mode
Yes.
that brings everything back to harmony.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Otu aka ọ dị. Nwee nsọ, nwa arụ. Like I told you, onye gburu mmadụ ga-agba ọsọ ọchụ. Na igburu by mistake.
So can do this democratic system?
The democratic system na-etu eze nri si achị. Abụrụ by order. Let me demonstrate a typical meeting. I attended one in the 60s. Nam was President General. Bokwolu, a senior member of Ivana on Zemabo. On Dinze, I don't know that cabinet. And even qualify on you, Ibundi Umunna Nine Uzo, Uichi Ozo.
Okay, so first in rank.
Onishi Ozo, Umunna, Ilini Bawa. Or members of the
come
cabinet.
automatically to the cabinet.
Yes, not by decision of Eze. That is
by
one.
By sheer flow of events.
Ị ga-akpatakwu n'ego nu. Ọdịọrụ ofele. O nwere kindrez a na-enara enwe nze mgbanwa. Eje na village ọzọ, je yọta onye chiri ọzọ ya na-representative na cabinet. Iwe ma ichi ọzọ gbanwa. Makwa na ebido wuti ma ewu ma anyịnya ma efi mana ha ọ bụrụ nke ogwu efi mana mgbe ahụ ogwu efi nukwute ibia nweta ịgụwa democracy in the world ị ga-afụ the early founders who thought about this. Athens, in Greece, and the rest of them.
And they just disregard those who founded everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
What a shame.
So that is the thing. Then you find non-violence and peace as mantra in governance for a just society. Yeah, like even being overall, si je gbaba egbe ma ọnụ ọgụ. In over 1,000 years, they never engage in any war, battle with anybody. Ọkaricha ọwụ ife na-ese ọrụ ndị ọzọ okede ebe unu chọka okede osi na na-enye mmadụ chawo were ihe oke that's why anyị ihe nwere ana ya na-emechezi ụmụazị na aftaba na-egosi wee na ya ịghọta.
There's nothing worth
killing using violence to settle this.
Ndị na-achị ugbu a.
Okay,
violence is their art.
Then in addition, Nri carries the glory. Na ibido chivezi tupu ndị ọzọ niile na-azaba Nigeria. Abịaza na-eme anya ifroka if go study ngwa ya about.
Yes.
2010, a report was published on a study the Netherlands Embassy Commission of 5 professors. Unfortunately, the leader of that group, SJS Cookie, were a historian. And ndị ọzọ nọ na ya awụrụ political science abụ law. O nwere any anthropologists nọ there. And that anthropologists na-akọwa man in society. History to record the events and dates. Mana ndị ọrụ ha inene malụ etu esi ebi na ihe a na-eme. Nwere any of them anthropologists. we record a very obnoxious this thing about Ndi Igbo. Yes, they hear about us. In fact, Igbo land consisted of hundreds of villages and village groups, each being a collection of patrilocal and kindred lineage settlement clusters of close spatial proximity, webbed together by agnatic ties or claim to common ancestry. He wanted the reference family about Nri and Aro but this is the summary of there's a book published in 2010, financed on it. I have it. I extracted this from that book.
Can I find the book?
Traditional Rule and the Evolution of Democratic Governance in each of the 6 geographical zones of Nigeria since our independence in 1960. But in brief, traditional rule in Nigeria. Igafafa SJS cookie. Ndị ọzọ bụ Alemika, Elemika. All professors, A.B. Oyebode, A.D. Yahaya, and Professor Elo Amuchaz.
Wow, Professor Elo Amuchaz was part of this.
Yes.
And he
sat there. Political science.
Okay, he sat there and...
well, he was here. About more. Research is invariably focused on somebody's field of learning.
And also he who paid the pipe and the taste the tree.
Yeah, 12 I summarize ago. They were naive. No evidence to support it anywhere. When you see now, the challenge. Now, the oldest kingship in Nigeria. No, if the Ijimen
Ngala, the prestige.
Yes.
That the organization of human society.
Yes.
Based on the tenor principles.
Yes. And it's inestimable that you run a kingdom or theocratic order.
Yes.
Sidima force on the mad. No coercive force.
No coercive force.
Is highly sophisticated. Yes.
But are there moments in that history? I hear things like he said down,
Oh, yes. Forces, all natural forces. Opo the community on. Like Ndi Bulu Nwandri. But error.
Yeah.
Ebeva neje exist ozia.
Yes.
And makwana vana identity.
Yes,
Ichi. Fabu Ichi. Fejide Oji.
Oji, okay.
Oji we spear. Etinye n'ofisi ife dị ka spare. Tinyekwa na isi nke ọzọ.
When
osisi na-adị. Osisi.
Like that.
Yes. A na-eji ese oji. Jide ọfọfa. Imere ya anya n'iru ifichi. Ọnya ị na-ekwu diplomatic immunity. Haji aga. Wine anya n'iru ifu na ogburu ichi. Asị ahụ nwanri gawa. Inekwu anya ifu ọfọ oji. Ifu oji.
So there's no way you can mistake.
Yes. Mana ndị merie na ọnụ ka na-abụfa anwụ abịa gbagbucha mmadụ. Ma ọwụ locust atagbucha ife dị na obodo ahụ. Until na-abịazịa mee majụọ nri je mee ife eji emelụ arụ. Anọ anyị nwaghị abịa kwuo onye mee kpụọ ya sị ịma ndị Igbo dị very funny sometimes. Ife ya sị ọkwarịsa arụ ka unu na-akpụ. Isi ma kedu ihe yi arụ?
I know a very powerful too.
For example, I'm Anglican. I was brought up in the Anglican church. But I'm named Catholic, Roman Catholic. Makanam Gulaku CMS.
Okay.
Wow, we're past 6 by police. Rise out to the highest rank in the Igbo. Naya Moto as an inspector.
This is 19
Austin 6. Obanye police 1918, retired 1946.
Wow.
You are commanded Aba Women Riot. Nyalo 4 policemen who make a peace. No why. You man also see ka na eji koja. Be why aru nisi. Me na agbo ya oba na moti. You can't do anything to what is a women. You can't touch them. Now in the concept of life. All the demeaning, degrading. Oba na moti upon the police babia. Na Lujo na KDO, boy the spirit officer. Never a carry go the police. Okay, after that, Kakporo, the army.
Okay.
Aging now his library, 1,046-page report, published 1930 in Okorie.
Now that Aba Riot.
Even now, most of it is documented.
Yes.
I have the evidence.
So the Aba Women Riot.
Yes.
You have the handwritten report.
No, typed.
Typed report.
Typed report.
Of that event.
Colonial office.
Colonial office.
Yes.
Typed report.
And
your father witnessed it.
Yes.
Amazing stuff. Yes, you've said that we might the strength of governing people without violence.
Yes.
Without force.
Highly sophisticated.
That is the top range of governance.
We take it for granted.
Yes.
One kita will governor of police. Army. Or president.
But the dynasty was able to bring that kind of integration into Igbo people.
Yes.
Who were warlike people before, and then they're able to market this type of
philosophy. Yes.
That brought people, fantastic. Yeah, this is really amazing. And there's one question one of our viewers asked online. He said, why is it that in the people, when slave trade, the raiding of our communities, and the stealing of our children to take to slavery, what did the people do?
I'll give you the one I know. Well recorded. Trekking.
Yes. So that time,
bush paths.
Bush paths, yeah.
From Nri to Benin.
Wow. You trek from
Benin,
from
Florida.
Most of the trips are done by
most of the trips.
All the trips.
All of them are done by on foot.
On foot, yeah.
Without any footwear.
Wow.
Because those days, barefooted. And on the days, weeks. The only thing Fanaga, they service one community after the other.
Okay.
They don't, when they set out to go and transact. Let me illustrate one case. One man in our history, Okorie Ijeoma of Ndi Kelion, an Aro Slave Raider. No, Okorie Ijeoma bidolu Johnny from Ndi Kelion. Dinner, around Agwata. Was setting out all the communities in the corridor. Alex Chukwuemeka Oko Ekulobia. We got it the way, but he's so of your big governor. We got Nobi. Ebeba Jije. We makarandi Aro no and we already. They wanted to link up. Only set out from Ndi Kelion. Ezenri wana na Kembu. Zigalo onye ejeri ozu. Onye ejeri ozu mgba ndị ejeri ozu wo ụmụakapọ. Ụmụakapọ gbanata anọ pygmies. Fabia bulu nnukwu helmet vahụ tinye n'isi. Gbuo ife abụ egbuchi. Baa nzu ịma na-afụta anya fa. Gbanye atari n'ụkwụ. Wee na-afa bata be Okorie Ijeoma. Wee si ya na Ezenri si na ịnọkata si n'ebe a pụọ ihe hụrụ gị welu. Ihe hụrụ gị were ụlọ ezitere anwụ ọgbakacha ndị bụ unu arị ebe ncha ma ọwụ locust igwuribe atagbuche osisi ihe niile dị n'obodo. And Okorie, that was what saved the people from that corridor. Na emelicherebe lekpọkaba na Osumoru.
So what you're saying effectively is that Ezenri did not raise an army to stop the raid.
Yes.
But he intervened.
Yes.
By sending spiritual curses and warnings and
yes.
to all the agents of these people.
Correct. Even so Igbo. Ya na nwere ebe ọkwụ na osuna chọrọ ya na uru adịrị ya so onumadi chawo.
So now, but there's also, I want to find out.
Yes.
By 1620, thereabout, when the Aro Confederacy started operating in Igboland, there are some schools of thought that said that there was an understanding between the Aro and Nri.
There was none. This story I just told you about Ndi Kelion, does it show you any understanding?
Yeah, but the Aro communities are also all over Igboland, as Nri is all over Igboland. But there was never a
the founding of Aro 1650 something,
1620 or so.
1620 or so, created a problem for the Nri movement in Igboland. In fact, it was one of the things that's, along with Christianity, that set the Nri movement all over Igboland back, because they curtailed where you can go or even use force to convert communities to their order. So there's no understanding whatsoever at all.
Now, but in terms of efficacy, if you look back in history now,
Yes.
Do you think that those fundamental principles of society
Yes.
that in retort, are they not weak? Are they not principles that have not helped the people? Because you can see that Igboland suffered devastation, slavery, more than 1.7 million Igbo people were taken to slavery. More, into slavery.
Yes.
Christianity overran the community, and even though, yes, they for a long time, almost decades, the Igbos did not respond to Christianity until the later early 20th century, when they saw education and all that.
Yeah, they used force too.
They used force.
1911, they sent message to Ezenri that you must abrogate all the taboos, bringing the Igbos under, freeing the Igbos from Nso na Aro.
So that they can now go ahead and...
with the Christianity.
Okay. So they brought in force.
Force. Otherwise, I have Nri egbe. Osifamba. Only can go me how the abrogation took place.
Yes.
And it connived with the interpreter. Even here, agwa ekundi Igbo ya no. Etu unu sikunya dulunu no ho. Igwa ndi ocha that you have abrogated it.
So there was some tricky...
Some conspiracy. And all
okay. So at the point of that negotiation,
yes,
he came up with an approach,
yes,
where the interpreter interpreted a different thing which the European had,
yes,
and he told the Igbo community a different thing.
yes.
And the interpreter was held to some spiritual...
Yes. Because otherwise,
Yes.
Then if you get to the Christian one, there's very close similarity between what Nri preached as he went along and what Christianity preached to get along.
So both religions shared similar...
Yes, but they had to use that order to convert our people. For example, at a certain stage, they put a decree that Igbo priests will not cross the Niger.
Yeah, that was an effort to, I think they call it the Great Prohibition.
Then that 1911 virtual decapitation of the institution, because they didn't stop at that. Then the churches came with their message.
They started threatening the people with eternal fire.
Then Christianity suffered that kind of terrible setback when Islam came on board. By the time the first crusade took place, 2/3 of Europe were Muslim. And what sparked the first crusade was the killing in Jerusalem. In the Holy of Holies in Doka.
Yes.
Pope, Muslim Pope, whatever it is, that appealed to the emperor, who now gave backing to the order, and the first crusade started.
So they had to fight back.
Yes,
because
but they didn't recover
from the
most of them. Yes, Islam had entrenched itself.
So most of these religions brought violence.
Yes.
And it's the same violence that they visited on us.
Yes.
So it's not unique to us.
No, it's not. It's not unique to us.
Fantastic.
Now we've listened to the prince. What are the key takeaways? Our conversation with Prince Onyesoh has brought to light the following legacies of Nri Dynasty that defined the Igbo worldview. 1. Spiritual purity and pacifist philosophy embodied in the white chalk, Nzu. 2. Non-violence and the sanctity of human life. 3. The dignity and the equality of the human person. 4. Nri kingship, which is the oldest in Nigeria, and personification of the spiritual world. Democratized monarchical system, ruling people with that imperial cohesion which the Nri Dynasty introduced. They ran a non-violent and democratic hegemony
and also instituted the other title taking for the Igbo people. Our market days, Eke, Afo, Nkwo, Ore, were created by the Nri Dynasty. And they proclaim every year around February the Igbo Lunar Calendar, which also helps us to set the Igbo agricultural cycle from season to season. They taught us that God is all kind and merciful and therefore cannot demand human sacrifice. Our society was run with the Igbo unified age grade system. So responsibility in society is given age by age according to maturity and competence. My viewers, you've enjoyed this conversation. Now go to the comment section and tell us what you think and what you want next. But remember, we are chasing the next 10,000 subscribers. Comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video.